Late movers, this is Tyler. How may I help you?
Tyler, this is good. I'm calling about a move for an entire house, 3 bedroom, in Bainbridge, Georgia, and I need
Okay.
all the contents moved to Auburn, Alabama.
Okay. When are you looking to have this done?
Well, sometime in September, if that is convenient, if y'all can put us on the calendar.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to find some dates that we can knock this out because it's probably going to be a 2-day move, but
I'm
should be fine.
sure. And do y'all pack also? Do y'all do packing?
We can. If you need assistance with packing, then yeah, we can come in and do a full pack,
Okay,
which then it would probably
I'll
be a
need
3-day
that.
move, but yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I'll need that. I'm trying to look at my calendar and see a date. I'm thinking about the 10th on a Tuesday,
Okay. Yeah, then I mean, we can either
and
look
beginning.
to, maybe we can like pack on the 9th, load on the 10th, deliver on the 11th or something like that. I mean, once we have all the details of the
Okay,
inventory, the packing materials, the exact travel time and all that stuff, we can kind of break the job down how it would look logistically. But yeah,
okay,
that week is
all right,
fine, no issues there. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, we're full service, so as little or as much assistance as you need, we can tailor a quote to fit, whatever you're looking for. So, what you're asking, basically more or less, you can kind of live in your home as normal up until the day, up until moving time, and then we'll show up. We'll get your
okay,
entire house
all
packed up in
right.
one day, and then we'll get you moved. So if that's what you want to plan for, then
Oh,
we
that'd be
can kinda take
great.
the steps to get you
That
a
would
quote for that.
be wonderful.
Then yeah,
Yes,
let's
it
let's start
does.
gathering some of the basic information, and I'll kind of explain how this all works as we're
Okay.
going through it. So this first page here, I'm just gonna get you logged into the system, is gonna be some basic contact info. What's your first name?
Okay.
And then you said Ben was the last name?
Uh-huh. DUR?
Okay. Is this a good phone number you're calling me on?
Yes.
And then what's a good email for you?
I don't have one, but you can send me a text or a message.
Okay. Do you have any family members or friends or something that would have an email? I don't need it at this point. The only reason I ask is because all of your receipts and invoices and confirmations are gonna go to an email. So I would like you to
Oh
have that
boy.
if possible. We don't
Okay.
have to worry about it right now, but just like
Okay.
when the move happens, you're gonna wanna have it sent to an email, or I can maybe ask if we can get physical copies printed off. We'll
Okay.
worry about that
Physical
later.
copies would be great.
Yeah, we can worry about that
Okay.
later. Like I
Okay.
said, I don't need that right now, it's just more so when the move actually happens.
Okay. All
And
right.
then for move dates, I'm just gonna start this on the 9th, so we'll look at 9th, 10th, 11th probably. We're gonna do moving and packing. You already said it's a home. And then the last question for this page is, how did you hear about us?
From the neighbor right there in Hidden Springs, James Stabler. They're moving. Y'all are moving them today
Today?
and tomorrow, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah,
From
I did.
from Hidden Springs. They're next door neighbors to this house that we have inherited,
Okay,
and we're moving everything out so we can sell the house. And
nice.
we're bringing it all up to Auburn. We live in which is right outside Auburn,
Okay.
and we
Yeah,
have secured two
I'm the one that
units there
I was
in
Oh,
storage.
so you're moving the stuff up into storage?
Up into
Okay.
storage at Auburn.
Okay.
In Auburn. We have 2 units,
What sizes
number
are they? Do you know?
5. Oh, they're huge.
Like 10
They're
by 20s or
huge.
10 by
I don't,
30s?
if I'm not wrong, 20 by 20,
Let me
but they're huge.
look.
He
Could
said
be
that
20
it
by
would
20,
hold.
yeah. That's a really big unit,
He,
yeah. Not a lot of
I
people have
know,
that, but it's on their website. They do have 20 by 20s.
and
Okay.
it's all inside. It's climate controlled.
Ground floor, I assume?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's all flat.
Okay.
Unit 5 and unit, and they're on the same hall, but they're a little space in between.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
And don't ask me why that numbers are so far off because they're
Why there's
not that far
200 numbers
apart.
off. I assume based on you having 2 large units, you probably think this is gonna be a 2-truck move, I would think, right?
I,
Is
I,
there a lot
I
lot of stuff in that
really,
house?
it's 3 bedrooms a living room, dining room, kitchen, utility room, and they're all packed. I mean, it's just so vast that it's overwhelming for me. And I
Yeah.
realized far back that it was more than I could handle, more than we could handle. Anyway, that's where we stand, and I think it will take 2 units to put all of this stuff into.
Yeah,
Um,
once I build an inventory, I can try to give you a suggestion because two 20 by 20s is a lot of space. But yeah,
yeah, it is.
we may if you're wanting to separate the stuff up so that you can, walk in and
Yeah,
out of the unit and stuff, then that's what you're gonna want to do because it's
right.
like
That's what we want.
there's a very
Yeah.
good chance we can fit this all into one 20 by 20, but it's gonna be packed. You're not gonna be able to walk around.
No, I want
So
to be able to
yeah,
walk
if
around
you wanna be
because
able to walk
we're
around and
dividing all this
organize and
stuff
set stuff
up.
on walls and then, yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna wanna have the extra space. So that makes sense there.
yeah, yeah. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Okay.
There are a lot of chairs, a lot of couches, a lot of wicker, just tons of stuff. So,
So
but
here's
uh,
my thing just, like, thinking out loud here of kinda what goes into a job like this. So it's like, if I'm assuming that this is 2 trucks, which I highly, highly, highly doubt it exceeds 2 trucks, but you probably are into 2 trucks. Like, your neighbor's job that's happening today, that's a 2-truck job. And it's probably a similar
okay.
size home. I think they might even have had a 4-bedroom home, but anyways,
Yeah.
'cause I actually did
Yeah.
their estimate, um,
Okay.
so what I'm thinking here is, like, I can kinda quote you real quick and give you an idea of what 2 trucks would look like. What's gonna be hard is for me to quote packing. I'm gonna need to see it somehow. Do you think if I
Yeah.
send
Yeah.
you a
Yeah.
link for a virtual that you can kinda walk me through the home and show me what's in there?
Well, I could, but I'm 5.5 hours away from it.
Okay. When
And I right now, I can't make that trip right
Okay,
now.
I was gonna say, are you making that trip anytime in the next couple weeks?
I'm going to be making it. I hope I'm just going to be making it when
When
we,
it's time for the move?
make the move.
We can kinda build this. I mean, I'll explain to you how it all works, and it'll
Okay.
all make sense. It's gonna be kind of vague because I'm gonna be more so basing it off of volume than I am what's actually being moved, which should still be pretty
Okay.
close, but
Okay. All
so
right.
let me look at this. So for example, we use 26-foot trucks. So I'm gonna explain some of this stuff to you, and half of it's gonna mean nothing to you, but I'm gonna explain it so you understand what I'm doing. So 26-foot
Okay.
trucks, they're 26 by 8 by 8 in dimensions. They fit it's a little over 1,600 cubes per truck. But I always say you can't pack a truck to 100% capacity. You can use about 70 to
No.
80% of its space because furniture is obviously not going to pack perfectly. So that usually puts us somewhere
Right.
around 12 to 1,300 cubes per truck. So conservatively, if I'm
Mhm.
saying 2 full trucks, that's 2,400 cubes. So for volume of moving, that's what I'm gonna base this off of. I'm gonna type in 2,400 cubes, and I'm gonna build a quote off of that volume. That's how we're
Mhm.
gonna start, just so you
Okay.
know kinda where I'm going with this.
Okay. All
So
right.
let me
It's going to
start.
take 2 trucks. I can tell you now. If
Yeah,
James and Lynn
I'm
are
sure. I don't know, I
using
don't think
two
we're gonna
trucks, it's
fill
going to
2
take 2 trucks.
2 full trucks, but that's
Uh-huh.
what I'll quote it
Yeah.
as, and then hopefully it just comes down. So I'm just gonna quote it as 2
Okay.
full trucks.
The
So basically,
ninth.
I'm gonna plan for the 9th as being a packing day. So we're gonna come to the house in Georgia. We're gonna pack. We're gonna come back the next day, and we're gonna
Mhm.
load, and then we're gonna deliver the following day. That's probably how this is gonna work out. If I can try to condense this in 2 days, I'll talk to my ops manager and see if and what our
Okay.
options are, but it might be a little much for 2 days.
Okay.
But at
I
least
think
let's
it
look
is
at
going to be
3
much
days.
for 2 days.
Yeah, 3 days
Yeah.
is the
I,
safe
I,
play. Our guys do move quick though, and you are going into storage, so that's the only thing to consider. Going into
mhm.
storage is gonna go quick, and our guys already move quick. So I don't think the unload's
Okay.
gonna take a ton of time. It's just more so what we're allowed to do in a given day is 12 hours max. That's between travel, that's between labor, like that's the DOT law, 12 hours max. And I don't know that we can
Right.
load, drive, and get that stuff unloaded into storage in 12 hours. We might be able to. I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna
All
run
right. 3 days
some
is fine
equations
with
here.
me.
Yeah, I'm gonna run some numbers here, and
Mhm.
we're gonna see what this looks like. I'm just kinda talking out loud as I'm
Yeah.
building this, so half of what I
Sure.
say is
Sure.
nonsense. Alright, so All right, I'm ready for a full breakdown if you are. I'll do my
Okay.
best to explain kind of how these days are
Okay.
breaking down. So like I said, this is based on 2 full trucks. So for the packing day, that's going to
Okay.
be day 1. That's the 9th. I have kind
Uh-huh.
of a formula. I just plug in 150 boxes, and then it kind of it recommends X amount of small, X amount of medium, X amount of large, and so on. So that's kind of what my quantities are reflecting. I'm basing this off of 150 boxes of various sizes to get this home packed up. So for like the material
Okay.
cost itself, it's 1340, and then the way that we estimate for packing time is we basically say each
Mm-hmm.
man can pack 4 boxes an hour, and I'm sending a 5-man crew out for this job. So that math puts us at 7 hours and 30 minutes to get this home packed up, and then there's just the fuel charge for the 2 trucks. So basically, day one's gonna look like 2 trucks, 5 men, 7.5 hours to get packed up, all of the materials and the fuel charge for a day one total of 34.15.
Okay.
That's day one to get you packed. Day 2 to get you loaded, we're going to come back. We have the total volume of being 2,400 cubes, which equates to 16,800 pounds. It's just cubes times 7. That's the correlation there. And then we have formulas where we
Yeah.
estimate our guys to move. So basically, what we're doing since we're just loading, we're taking that 16.8. Again, we got a 5-man crew, so we're dividing it by a 5-man crew, and it says each man's responsible to move X amount of weight. And then we calculate that our guys move at a rate of 350 pounds per man per hour. So that puts us at, it was like
Okay.
9.5 hours in total. So for
Mm-hmm.
how I split the times up, loading always takes longer than unloading. So I just put 6 hours to get you loaded and then 4 hours to get you unloaded. There's our 10 hours, which covers our total labor. So for day 2 on the load,
Okay.
you're going to see 6 hours to get you loaded up with a 5-man crew. And then there's your
Mm-hmm.
travel expense, which is fixed, and there's your fuel time, which is fixed. So the only variable
Mm-hmm.
there is going to be the moving labor itself, however long it actually takes you to get loaded up. But I have that day totaling at 2202.
Okay.
And then the final day is kind of the same thing. It's just that 4 hours to get unloaded, and then it's the round trip travel to Auburn with time and
Mm-hmm.
fuel, and that day is totaling at 3914. So all in
Okay.
all, for 2 full trucks packing, moving over the course of 3 days, those 3 days total up to 9532.
Okay.
So that
All
should be
right.
your high side. I don't know that it shouldn't really go above that because that's 2 full trucks, and I don't see you exceeding 2 full trucks. And even if we come in and we get you, basically how this is built is your moving labor. So like the time that it actually takes to pack is hourly. I got you quoted at 7.5 hours because I'm planning on 150 boxes. But if we get packed up in 5 hours, then you're just paying for 5 hours. And then your travel expenses are fixed. And then the other days are kind of the
Moving.
same way. Your actual moving time, so the time that it takes us to get loaded up is the hourly. I have that day estimated at 6 hours. And then all your travel expenses are
Yeah.
fixed. And then the same thing on the following day.
Okay.
I have you estimated at 4 hours to get unloaded. That's hourly. All your travel expenses are fixed.
Okay. So total is 9532, right?
95, 32, 68. Yep.
68.
And that would be
Okay.
pack on the 9th, load
Now,
on the 10th, deliver on the 11th.
do y'all take a check?
That I'd have to ask. You'll have to pay with a card for the deposit, which I'd have to go and get with our
Okay.
boss and figure out what we want to
All
do
right.
as far as like a deposit goes for something like this. Usually what we do
Right.
is we'll ask for like a smaller deposit. So I'll probably only take something like a $500 deposit to get it scheduled. And then what we'll do is
Sure.
like a week out from the move is when we have to go and we have to start buying everything we need to do the job. So that's kind of when we'll charge you a little bit more because we're going to make you pay for your material expense. And then
Yeah.
basically how it
Okay.
works is you just start paying each day as they happen. It's as far as balances go.
Okay. And they take a card on the site.
Yeah, for the deposit, you'll have to use a card, and then you can pay.
Okay.
I know for a fact you can pay with cash alternatively, but here's the thing: we don't have any processing fees, so there's no disadvantage to
Yeah.
paying with a card. So if you do have a card
Okay.
that you get
All
some
right.
rewards for, you may as well bank on the rewards because you're not paying a 3% processing fee on anything.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you my region card for the deposit.
Okay.
And if I say put it on the same card, do they call you? Do I call you?
You can call me. So
I
you'll
mean,
actually have a point of contact on move day. So you're gonna have there's gonna be a crew lead.
okay.
So, when those 5 guys show up,
Hmm.
somebody's gonna identify themselves and say, "Hey, I'm head guy in charge." And that's gonna be your contact that
Uh-huh.
day. As each day
Okay.
finishes, he should give you, like, a copy of the actual invoice of, like, what was used and everything. And then,
Right.
he'll say, "Hey, here's your balance for today," and you just say, "Hey, build a card on file," and then he'll give the green light back to the office, and they'll just
Okay.
build a card on file for each day.
All right. Okay. That sounds great. That
Okay.
sounds great. Well,
Did you wanna go
I'm
ahead and
ready
reserve
to
these
get
3 dates right now?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And
do.
then
I do.
so what we'll do is I'll take your deposit, I'll get it confirmed, and then once we get off the phone, give me about 5 minutes. I still have to, like, finish this up and make it tidy with all of the notes and everything. I'm gonna send a
Sure.
copy of it to your phone. So you will get a text
Okay.
message. When you open it up and
All
review it,
right.
it should be the full breakdown of everything that we discussed. And the important part is there's going to be a big blue button in the top right that says sign estimate. I just need you to click on that and follow the prompts to sign and accept it. You can do it all from
Okay.
your phone.
Okay. Okay.
So let me
That sounds
do,
great.
yeah, we'll just do a $500 deposit today. I know that'll be fine.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then is that the name on the card?
Yes.
And then what is
And
the address, the billing address to the card? Good to go. Alright, so let me, I can't send you the booking confirmation yet. You are good, though, I did just get the deposit, so like I said, give me about 5 minutes, let me get
okay.
all the notes and everything put in, I'll get this all tidied up, I'm gonna send a copy of it to you. Like I say, when you open it up and review it, there's gonna be a big blue button in the top right that says Sign Estimate. If you just click on that, it'll guide you through. If you do have any
Okay.
complications getting it to go through, please give me a call, so we can make sure, because I can't actually send you the booking
Sure.
confirmation until that signature comes back. So we do need to get that knocked out soon. I just have to
Okay.
get it ready to be signed.
Okay. I'll be looking for it,
And
Tyler.
I
Thank you
I'll
so
even
much
shoot you a
for your
text or
help.
something. So once I get it done, I'll shoot it to you, and I'll shoot you a
Okay.
text and say, "Hey, check forward," or something, and then
Here
let
it
me know if
is.
you have
Okay.
complications. Yep,
All right.
deal.
Okay.
And then you can
Thank
always give me a
you.
call back to this number, or you can shoot me once I text you, you can always text back to that number if you have any updates or anything, in the meantime leading up towards the move.
Okay.
But other than that, we'll be all
Okay.
set.
All right.
Good deal.
I
All right. Well, you
appreciate
have a
your
great
help.
rest of the day, and
Uh,
yep, let me know if you have any updates or
you
changes. Thanks,
too.
Rebecca.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.